Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Duncan Virtual Music Lounge. I'm Corey. That's Damon over there. I don't know which way to
We're in purple. Hey, McBryde, didn't you get the memo? It's Purple Day.
It's Purple Day.
I didn't know it was Purple Day. Oh, wait, my Lizzo shirt's purple on the back, but it has a bad word.
Liz, okay, I know. That's awesome. Ashley McBryde, everybody.
Did her nails.
That's right.
I love it. Would she be your dream duet partner?
I think for like a Crossroads, that would be so cool. She's got this song that's like, I'm crying because I love you. I would love to sing that with her.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, let me just get this out. I want to say bad words. I effing love you. I do. I love your music. I love the stories. I love your sass. I love every freaking thing about you. Okay, I'm done gushing.
Thank you. Can I put it on a shirt? Just a shirt that says, I want to say bad words?
Yeah. Oh my God. That's a fantastic. I have a lot of kids and a pain in the behind dog. I say bad words all the time in 2 languages. So
show her the tattoo. She's getting a tattoo of you, like right down here.
Oh, I thought you said
first stage, so it's odd.
That's not true. Actually,
it's kind of like Abraham Lincoln and Skeletor.
No, I thought he meant this one, but no, I can't.
No, the Ashley McBryde one you got.
I don't have an Ashley McBryde tattoo. So we're going to spend this interview
holding a torch in one hand and a sword in the other. It's fantastic.
We're going to spend this interview getting to know Ashley, and Damon will say things that aren't true, and then I will tell everybody that they're not true, and you just nod a lot, okay?
Okay, this sounds great. And if it gets like out of hand, I've got a harmonica, and I'll just like blow in it. Really
hey, that's perfect. We got this. I love it. Capone, shush. I'm so sorry about my dog.
Wait, what's the puppy's name?
Capone. Yeah. See,
about an hour from here is a mountain. Well, there's 2. There's Short Mountain and like very Short Mountain. On Small Short Mountain is now a distillery called Short Mountain Distillery, which is a guy that owned it was named Cooper Melton, and he was Al Capone's supplier for this part of Tennessee.
That's fantastic.
Whiskeypedia right here.
Oh my God, I love that.
Colored, I know about it.
Hey, freaking men, sister.
It's true, Corey. You notice there was a bar in downtown Hartford. It's closed now, but the bar they had supposedly was from Al Capone's one of his joints in Chicago. That was kind of neat.
You mean the actual bar you drink at, like the bar?
Yeah, the bar, the big old oak bar on it.
Yeah, I don't like freak out very often. I mean, Winona intimidates me quite a bit. I will not speak to Dolly ever again because I just can't speak. Reba makes me stutter. I say stupid things. She thinks it's funny. But like to think of meeting like such a successful gangster as someone like Al Capone.
Okay, I would be I talked to one on the phone. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay, what? So the movie Goodfellas is the story about Henry Hill. I interviewed him. Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm such a nerd over that stuff. Like I'm watching a show on Netflix that has to do with George Washington's spies. And so I'm pretty interested because I didn't realize he had spies. And then I keep wondering, why aren't they showing George Washington? And then a few episodes ago, they showed the back of his head. And I was like, oh my gosh. And they showed him and I was like, George! And of course it's not. It's an actor portraying George. That's how big a nerd I am about like organized crime and like spy movies and things like that.
It's fantastic.
Corey will tell you I'm so old that I slept with Eleanor Roosevelt. That's my claim to fame.
I thought you were going to say Betsy Ross, and I was like, did she make you a quilt? Because she should have made you a quilt.
Oh, no. But
Fantastic
Martha Washington made him a flag. So.
Now it's my turn. It's my turn to compliment you now. I've always felt, and I think somebody famous said this, that there are people artists who write songs that you hear, and then there are artists that write songs that you listen to. And you have the magic touch that you are one of those artists that you have to listen to, or else you just miss out on so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I think Mark Twain said that.
Mark Twain did not say that.
Yeah.
He would have taken credit for it, though. He would have absolutely taken credit for it.
He attributes everything to Mark Twain. That's why.
Mark Twain's favorite group is Salt and Pepper. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Mark Twain did not.
Who's going to argue with Mark Twain quotes? He might have said it.
Right, because we're in Hartford, and so is Mark Twain's house. So we feel like we're the experts on Mark Twain, but we don't know, honestly.
So are you in Arkansas right now?
I am in the great state of Tennessee right now.
Oh, you're in Tennessee. Oh, you're in Nashville.
I'm home. Yeah, I'm home at the house.
And what are you doing with quarantine? How's that going for you? What are you doing?
I've been drawing some pictures. I don't draw, as you know. I write lyrics, but I've been drawing, like, I've done some, we wrote a song, so I just started like drawing stuff that went along
Oh my
with
God.
the song.
That's,
like,
is that how you
really,
on
yeah.
that paper? Okay.
Yes, like this. Big weird sheets of paper.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, right before we got on the phone, I was sketching out some, I also write like this. It's like super, looks like a crazy person did it.
That's it's like a what do they call the crazy people that write those books that before they go like loony and blow stuff up? What are they called?
Oh, like a manifesto. Yeah,
a manifesto. Well, there you go. Thank you.
Those crazy pages were my notes on a music documentary I was watching that I was moved by. So that's like just me being like, and it was 20 Feet from Stardom, the Motown one with all the backup singers.
Oh, how cool!
I'm telling you, I'm a huge dork. I was just like, I need to study all of this.
No, that's great. I mean, you gotta.
Earlier. This is what I drew earlier.
That looks really good.
That's Ashley, and that's me, and that's Eric Church. That's Eric Church right there, and we're under a big tree.
Oh, that's really a tree. It looked like a urine stream.
It reminds me a lot of The Lion King, this sketch. Yeah.
Thank you, because that's what I was going for.
Eric,
the big tree in the center, you know.
I thought he was holding you up.
So he said, Simba. Like,
that's what I do.
I need you guys every day in my life. I need this conversation.
A dispute for me. Are you from Walden, Arkansas, the big county seat, 3,600 people, or are you from the less Tony Mammoth Springs?
Well, I was born in Waldron.
Okay.
Which is over by Fort Smith, but I'm from Mammoth Spring. We moved. I don't think I was even in school when we left Waldron, but I started living in the house we lived in Mammoth Spring in like second grade.
See, because Corey, you lost $5. You said no. She's clearly got the look of a woman, from Waldron. I said no. She's all Mammoth Springs.
I do look like the women of Waldron.
What is it like? Waldron. That's going to be the next documentary on Netflix. They've all got the hair with the stripe and the curls.
Yeah, like something traumatic has happened to us, and now it shows up in our hair.
Exactly. There was a movie about that.
Stuck in my head now. The first thing that she said before we went on: "Fart in a hurricane." That has to be a song.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I say about my dog. He could hear a mouse fart in a hurricane, but then somebody bangs on the door, and he's usually still out. Also, if you were to break into my home, I don't suggest it because I'm mean, but he would just like lick your hands and like point out expensive items.
Oh yeah, here, come in, let me welcome you. Here's the jewelry, that kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah, come here, Opie. Come here, come on, buddy.
This is Opie.
Let's see this dog. Come on,
Opie. Where is? There he is.
Look at that face.
Isn't he beautiful? Does he know he's Instagram famous? Does he have any?
Does. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
He's like, Mom, camera.
I'm not doing tricks for the camera. Absolutely not doing it.
I love him. He's so sweet.
I'll just leave him in the background because it's amazing how unimpressed he gets. Especially if I start playing guitar. Well, we're not going to film you doing that, sir.
There's been worse on the camera, I'm sure. Oh, at least ours it has.
Corey, if you had a dime every time you had to turn the camera, because I started licking myself, boy, we'd have a bunch of time.
Would have, you have no idea. We'd always be looking at the, never mind. Anyway, let's talk tattoos. I want to know how many you have.
I tried to count not long ago, and I got to about 30.
Oh.
And then I was like, or we could just say like 3. But that wouldn't be counting. Yeah, you could do 1, 2, 3. Okay. But then that's not counting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And each of these were done 1 at a time or 2 at a time. So it's 30 something. Yeah.
So do you have a person? One person?
Yeah, I do now. Yeah.
Okay.
Once she started on my left arm, I was like, wow, this is probably going to be a thing. Yeah. Her name's Nancy Miller. She's in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I used to be able to go once a month to see her, but now it's more like maybe just like November and December. So if it's something big like this, I'll go get the outline done in November, let it heal, and come back and get the coloring in December.
Wow.
Show your microphone, Corey. Show your microphone.
I can't figure out how to show. It's just, you can't really see it. I don't know how to do that.
Oh no, I
There you
do.
go.
It's like a 58, like a
Yeah.
It's an old Shure 58 on her arm.
Yeah.
It was my 20th anniversary to myself. I've been here. Well, when I was here 20 years, it's been like 23 now, 23 and a half. I got that instead of eating chocolate. It's okay. Just trying not to get.
I had a tramp stamp of a Fender
No,
amplifier.
don't show her. Don't show her. Do not show her. Do not.
I was very excited because my tramp stamp is a fat baby devil in a red bikini.
Oh, yeah. That was my second choice after a Marshall stack, which is essentially what it is.
Oh man!
All the time. It was essentially just one amplifier, and now it's a Marshall stack because I'm getting older and everything's sagging.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is going to be an Osprey by the time I turn like 85.
An albatross.
That's right. How do you know? She has an emu on her chest. No, it's not an emu.
It was an eagle, but it's just okay. Sorry,
it turned into an emu.
That's fantastic. I want to thank you for getting me interested in videos again. I don't think I've been interested in videos since Duran Duran made them for MTV back in the day. Occasionally there'll be a great video and I'll be like, oh my gosh, fantastic. But yours, explain to everybody how this is working, because if you watch one and then you see another and you're not watching them in order, you're going to be like, wait a minute, something's going on there.
Yeah,
this doesn't make any sense. One, you'll be like, what? Now you gotta wait. Like,
right? Why was she in the woods? Why was she in a car? What happened to the girls? So everything in my life revolves around a sketch pad like this. I write songs on them, and then one night, and if I can be brutally honest here, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. Jim Beam and I had a long conversation, and the only other person
to talk to them, I'm to sleep with them. But go ahead.
The only other person awake in the bus was my very good friend and mandolin player, Chris Harris, and I was like, hey, what if all the characters, and I'm like flipping through Sketchpad, what if all the characters from this record, like everybody that appears in each song is all in the same town? Like I just went through this whole journey and I started drawing a chart. And I was like, what if it's like a hotel and there's like this guy and it looks like somebody's kid drew it. It's right here in my living room in a drawer. But and I took that to my manager. It was like, what if we did this? If we wanted to, we could make 11 videos because I managed to link them all.
You should.
My dog is scratching the bottom of the table. Would you forgive me for just a second? Buddy, what do you need?
Is his bone under there? Usually
I think it is.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me just.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can't.
I need my bone.
If she pulls out a finger, I'm going to puke.
I don't actually know what he needs. Here, can you just take this instead? This would be great. Take that.
He's like, what is that? Not interested.
Like, no. Yeah, it's not what I was wanting.
Right.
Yeah. So
there's 11. You could do 11 in this series.
We could, yeah.
Wow.
And you're going to please go do it, please.
If we had the budget for it, it would of course happen. But
I love it.
When I wrote "Hang in There, Girl" with Bussy, it was really a song of hope. It was about this girl that we saw that day, or that I saw that day on the highway. Optimus Prime, knock it off. And then it winds up being the soundtrack to us hiding a body when it comes to the video series. So I'm hoping that if you run across the record and you listen to it, then you take the song that way. But if you run across the song in the video series, then you can take it that way too.
I like it. That works both ways. You're right. I never thought of it that way. So I heard it first and then watched the video. And then somehow I got lucky. I saw the sequence. I don't know how I did it, but going through your Instagram page, I got to tell you, Stone, that just like hits me so hard. It's so,
Thanks.
God, the connection that you make with people. Like I don't know you from Adam, but I feel like we could be best friends. I honestly, listening to you, watching you sing, okay, I'm done gushing again.
Thank you. That's a tough one. I'm glad we wrote it, but it was a tough one. And if I felt that way, then somebody else felt that way that day, and somebody feels that way today. So it's important to get that out there, get it off my chest, get it off your chest.
Right. At any point, did somebody, when you were first got, into Nashville and you were trying to get this whole ball rolling, did anybody go, okay, stop. We're going to straighten the hair. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Did anybody try to do a remake on you?
Yeah. Have you seen the cover to Jalopy's Inexpensive Guitars?
It was a little straighter.
It's a little straighter. It's barrel curled. They're like, don't worry, it'll still be curly. Not the same.
Wow.
So yeah, they did. And they asked me to, run twice a day, which I should be running twice a day now. But at the time I said I wouldn't run if a bear chased me.
Thank you. Serial killing clowns. I'm all set.
I don't have to be fast, just faster than you.
You got it.
So yeah, and also so the choices we were making back then. And people asked me not to get more tattoos, and this was a time in my life where I was mapping my moments out on that was my choice, and nobody was gonna convince me not to do it. And I told them I'll try anything twice. Once because you asked me to, and twice to prove it looks stupid.
Okay. I always say twice because I liked it.
And well, they were like, we should take you to a fitting and they wanted to put me in a fringe vest and over the boot jeans.
Yeah.
These are huge. That's not going to happen.
No.
Plus, and I told them I would do it. I would happily go to where they wanted me to be fitted and put on anything they wanted me to put on. I won't have to tell you that it looks stupid. I'll just come out of the dressing room. And if you can imagine my Jane Wayne looking ass coming out in a fringe vest and Han Solo boots over my jeans, I look ridiculous. Like, do you really want me going on stage looking like this? I don't think you do. And of course they didn't. Yeah.
Thank God. And who was the person that went, oh, the hell with this? Just let her do her.
My manager, John Peets, he's that kind of person anyway, but I was in a meeting with him. I knew in my heart I wanted to work with him, but we were in a meeting and he said, I just want to officially give you permission to just write the songs that you write and be the way that you are and let us know what to do with it.
That's so fantastic. Do you know how I feel like you're so lucky that, that you got to that point? Because I've always heard these horror stories, like people like Rodney Atkins. His is fantastic. What they tried to do to him was make him so pretty. And I'm like, Farmer Boy Ted with the baseball cap. And
he's hot. Why would they try to make him pretty?
They did. They with the hair a little poofed and curled back. I mean, like boy band pretty. And I'm like, you're like 6'8", skinny farm boy. Go with it. You know what? I don't get it.
I would take the brawny man over Tinkerbell any day.
Any day. Thank you so much. I agree.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much legend in Nashville that Miranda Lambert is actually a Taiwanese guy. So that was a hell of a makeup.
Okay, well, I was in Vegas the other day, and we were in the swimming pool, and I can tell you that Miranda Lambert is not a Taiwanese man
anymore.
So, there's only one way to know. Go twang cow, and if she says okay, you go busted.
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
No, she's the real deal. She's all class, all badass with just enough trash.
I love it. Speaking of, congratulations on the ACM, by the way.
Thank you. That was such a great collaboration. It's all, I mean, Miranda gets 1000% of the credit on that. We didn't come up with it. She did. And the women she chose for it, I think she's a really smart lady. And she could have had me come in and sing one day, and Marin come sing one day, and Tennille come sing, but she didn't. She put us in the way we are in this StreamYard right now. I feel I'm kind of face to face with you. Right in front of my face right here was Marin Morris, and right in front of my face right here was Kaylee Hammock, and we were 3 feet apart and singing at the top of our lungs.
Oh,
clearly this was pre-COVID, or else you would have been 6 feet apart.
Clearly. And there's nothing wrong with doing your parts on the day you're supposed to do your parts, but the way we did it that day and the way she engineered it, not only did she get to capture it on video, but that energy that you feel across from the girl that intimidates you goes into that song, and it makes you want to listen to it over and over. When you go, this song is from 1976. Why do I want to keep listening to it over and over? It's because of the way we felt that day. I was late. I walked in and I said, I used a bad word, but I said I wasn't screwing off. I was actually at a hospital visiting a patient. And Miranda goes, I didn't ask, did you want vodka or tequila? And I said, I would like tequila, please. And that's just how the whole day went. And Marin was cool. And Kaylee, and I'd never met Kaylee and Tennille really, or spent any time with them until that day. And thanks to Miranda, I'm friends with Elle now. I mean, I go to Kaylee's house every 2 weeks and sit on the patio and have a fire, even though it's hot outside. And Tennille comes over too, and we sing John Denver songs to each other. Like we're just, thanks to Miranda, a whole different friend group developed off of that.
Now it was last year you won Artist of the Year, new Artist of the Year, right?
I got New Artist of the Year and CMA New Artist of the Year. Yeah.
I looked it up. Who did you beat out? I'm curious.
For new female, oh gosh, I cannot remember who was all in that category. But for New Artist of the Year at the CMAs, it was Morgan Wallen, Carly Pierce, myself. There was somebody in there who I was like, new. Was it Chris Jansen, I think? Where I was like, new artist. This dude's played the Opry 250 times. This is not a new artist. Not that I didn't think he deserved an award. I just felt like he deserved an award other than new.
New, gosh. Right.
Yeah. I can't remember who the other one was right now, but it was a fun night.
Yeah.
I bet. And you're of Opry performances, the one I just saw, oh God, what were you singing? It's Home Sweet Highway, Home Sweet Highway.
Home Sweet Highway.
You were alone? There was like nobody there except maybe a few people, sound stuff?
Yeah, there's about 10 people total.
Wow.
In the building. And in 4 of those, so there might have been 15 now because they're so far apart, because 4 of those were the artists playing, Mark, Tennille, Riley, and myself. And you're in your dressing room alone. And the stage director will come and knock and, sorry, Opie, that was me. He'll knock and tell you, go ahead and come to the stage. And you have your mask on until you get to the side of the stage and you take it off. And that night, you have the chance when you're at the Opry. I could have done a Lori Morgan song. I kind of wanted to. I kind of wanted to do a Tennille Townes song because I Kept the Roses. But then I thought, what do I miss most? Like, the Opry is so sacred to me. And if I could say anything to the people that would have attended the Opry tonight, what would I say? And I would say, I miss you, Home Sweet Highway. I miss that.
Do you feel when you're on stage singing like alone like that? Do you feel like I don't want to call it the ghosts in the building, but I mean, that is the mother church. Like, do you feel that?
Oh, you feel it. You do. Ooh. And for me, when I'm in the Opry house and when it's empty like that, I've done 2 Opries this way. And I'll look up and I'll look in the balcony and think, that's where my buddy Dave usually sits. And then I look over here and that's where my mama usually sits, over here to stage right. And then I'll look up and picture my buddy Randall kind of just walking the balcony, like the way it normally looks when you play the Opry. And all you got to do to not feel alone is just put your people in their seats, because the ghosts that already live there, they're behind you the same way they are when there's people in the room. And they were still there. Yeah, they all just kind of stand in the back and mill around. Even if that sounds weird, I don't care. You can feel the spirit of, it's just the spirit of country music.
I'm getting goosebumps. My hair is standing up on end.
Corey doesn't believe me, but the last time we were there, I swear the ghost of Ronnie Millsap was at the urinal next to me.
He's not dead.
Did he?
Oh, it might have been him then.
Might have been that.
He looked so real.
He did, because he's alive. Okay.
When I poked him, it didn't feel plasmic. He's like, quit poking me.
So how is it? Like, tell me about how it went with Eric Church, like him hearing your music and then, getting you to sing up on stage with him. Like, what was that whole situation like?
I don't exactly know what led up to. I guess I do, because I'm managed by Q Prime, and Eric is too. It's like Brothers Osborne, Marty Stewart. But it's not like we all sit around and have coffee all the time or anything. But it's my understanding that my manager had sent over a couple songs to Eric, and Eric liked Babylon 44 and asked if I would like to come to Chicago during the Hold My Own tour and come see it, because he knows I'm a big nerd and I want to see the lighting and I want to know how the production works. And this is music that's done at a level that I'm not to yet, and I want to understand it. So he's going to let me come and watch the show. And then after I get there, I'm informed by his assistant that he wants me to come sing. And so I thought, well, I don't have a guitar. And they said, that's okay. You can play one of Eric's. And I said, oh my God. Well, I don't have in-ears. I've never used in-ears at this point. And they're like, that's okay. We have set. We'll let you go out and get used to them. I said, well, I know all of Eric's songs, so it's not a big deal, you know. And they said, no, he wants to do one of yours, Bible in a 44. And I thought, watch me forget the words to that.
Right.
And then I still haven't met him. And I've met Catherine before, but not him. And as I'm walking down the hallway, like around the arena, he comes walking up and he shakes my hand. Hey, I'm Eric. And I said, Ashley. And he said, why don't you come to my room at halftime and we'll kind of run through it real quick. And I said, oh, okay. And he just kind of kept walking. And then he goes, it's in B flat, right? And I said, yeah, it's in B flat. He goes, we'll figure it out. Just kept walking. So the next time I see him is in his room at halftime during his show. And we played through Bible in a 44. I went back and stood at front of house, which if anybody's listening that doesn't know what front of house is, the guy that pushes all the sound buttons, that's where I'm at. And two big security guys came over and said, Miss Ashley, we need you to come onto the stage with us. Wow. And so there I went, disappeared under the stage, and they sent me up that ramp, and I went, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall.
And there you went, and you're on stage with Eric Church, and before you even strummed that guitar, what's the first thing that went through your head?
Well, when I went to plug, so when you plug a guitar in, you know, the plug's usually right here instead of back here. And I was like hoping I could get this done in a timely manner because you're nervous. It's not your guitar. That's not your guitar strap. You've never been on a stage this big. You've never played in an arena using inners. So what goes through my brain is just get the guitar, at least get it plugged in.
Yeah, that'd be bad if you're going. Oh, hang on, 1 second.
Yeah, looking like the new kid at the lunch table, like you've never been here before. But in all honesty, I'd never been there before. So,
right.